Yo, peace to the gods, peace, peace. What's going on, reflection? Myself. Soon you'll realize who I am. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? Y'all join the room. Twan the Muse. All right, we're gonna talk about Will Smith smacking, what's his name? Chris Rock, right? So we had to start a new live because it didn't work the first time. But we're gonna just give our thoughts and have a discussion about it, you know? How we feel about it. Oh, what up, Chief? Why not? But anyways, let's explain and talk about how the actions of what was done. Will Smith just running up and smacking another man on live TV. What could push a man to do that, right? And was it not? You know, you got to really think about it. Because as a king, as a god, we got to learn how to move like we're playing chess at all times. Why? Because we have to be prepared and we have to think ahead, right? To calculate our moves. Peace, God. Peace, peace. Peace to all the gods and goddesses in the room. What up, Leon? What up, Ashe? Right? So, in that moment, I'm going to give my perspective on it, right? So Will Smith, I feel like he got in his emotions. He wanted to protect his woman and show out for her and show that he could be a man and protect her. So he ran up and he smacked that man for saying a joke, right? I feel like Will Smith was wrong. Why? Because this man ran up on another man and smacked him over what? Over a comment, over a joke, right? But Chris Rock never ran up on Jada. He never invaded her space, nothing like that, right? In life, we're always gonna have people talking about us, saying things about us, you know, calling us names, us throwing dirt on our name. But that doesn't mean we have to fight every single person that does that. We can't. Because if everybody reacted how Will Smith did in that day and just smacked another man, right? Or anyone out of a comment, right? If everyone did that, we'll be living in even more chaos, right? So as a king, as a god, we have to know how to respond and when to respond. And we have to learn how to choose and pick our battles properly. So it would be a whole different thing if Chris Rock had ran up on Will Smith next to his wife and tried to do something with his wife, or something wife in any way, right? Then you're going to have to put his hands on him because he has to protect his wife because that's a physical thing, right? But what he could have done in that moment when Chris Rock made that comment and that joke, he could have waited till the Oscar was over. He could have had a talk with him on the side, right? Or give him a call. That is a more grown-up way of handling the situation, right? But what did he do? He got emotional and he allowed his emotions to drive him to do that. Instead of thinking in that moment, his mind was cloudy, okay? In that moment, instead, he just ran up, smacked him. Not thinking about his future, everything that was at stake, right? Everything that he's been working for his whole life to win the Oscars. But now he's losing certain movie roles that he could have got in the future and people that opportunities for him to make more money and do things. So he self-sabotaged. He sabotaged himself in the moment because he allowed his emotions to rule him in that moment instead of him thinking logically. Because we have to know how to pick and choose our battles, right? He lost himself. He allowed his lower energies, his lower self, to possess him in that moment because he was trying to prove to his wife that he could protect her. But to protect your wife truly and protect your family, you can't fight and go smack every dude that might look at your girl or say something to your girl. You can't do that. Because if you do, you're going to be in a lot of fucked up situations all the time. So you have to know when and how to deal with situations like that. Right? You have anything to say about that? You have a perspective?
Yeah. My perspective is that pretty much what you just said, that he was acting out of emotion. And when life throws us tests like that, where people are coming at you or coming at your wife, or whatever the situation is, when you're at a really heated moment, the universe tests you to see how you will react. And so if you're reacting in an imbalanced state, if you're reacting out of emotion, no logic, that's what the universe will reflect to you. The universe is going to reflect to you anger, and what you're pretty much putting out there. So with Will Smith, his first reaction, he pretty much instinct. And if you're not able to change your first instinct to something more positive, get into the habit of coming to an understanding first. When you're really not, and when you or your wife really isn't in any type of danger, you shouldn't be putting danger out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
we shouldn't let words control us, because he got controlled by that man. He got controlled by Chris Rock in that moment because he allowed the comment to control him, to move him, make him do something that's out of his character, But what life is about how you respond to situations in life, not about what happens to you. So what happened to him was somebody said a joke about his wife, right? But it's about how he responds. Did he respond in the proper way, in the most intelligent way? No. Why? Because him smacking another man, usually when men get physical, it's going to end up in either someone dying or going to jail, right? That's how it usually ends up. So you have to know when to do things like that or when not to do it at all.
And on top of that too, if that doesn't happen, if he doesn't get arrested, or if something bad doesn't happen to him in that moment, that same situation is going to keep coming up until he learns, until we learn. Mm-hmm. If we continue to react on a situation in a negative way, we're going to keep getting those things to happen to us over and over again.
Right.
So the universe is constantly reflecting how we're feeling and what we're doing. That situation came to him to test him. Mm-hmm. And he reacted in the wrong way.
Right.
So now the universe is exposing him straight up.
Right.
And many situations that even happened before this even happened.
Right.
He's exposing their relationship.
Yes. And I seen an interview about him talking about his past and how he grew up, his traumas, right? And Will Smith's traumas, he's seen his mom get beat up by her dad. Right? Mm-hmm. So in his mind, he's thinking he has to do whatever it takes to protect his woman so it doesn't happen. So what happened to his mom doesn't happen to his woman. So that is what he has to do. This man, he reacted out of his traumas. He's overprotective now because of what happened to him in his past. So that's what happens when we live through the glasses of our past and our traumas. When we perceive life in the now, because life is always in the now moment. So if we perceive life with glasses on of our traumas, we're going to see through the perception of our traumas, right? And people tend to react out of that. When you react out of that, then you're only perpetuating the same trauma, okay? So when situations happen like that, you need to look with the eyes of what's in the now and what makes sense. What is the logical thing to do, right? Because the righteous thing means you have to do the right thing. To know what to do, the righteous thing, you have to know what is right. Right? The right thing to do is the most intelligent thing to do. The thing that's going to better elevate you and keep you away from drama. Right? That's what's going to elevate your frequency. That's what's going to raise your frequency. You understand?
I think that with too, we need to look at what our instincts are. And I'm not saying like our good instincts. I'm saying what's our instinctual thing to do. Or I don't even know if that's a word.
What do you mean?
But so like in Will Smith's situation, his first reaction, it might not have been his first reaction, but a lot of people's first reaction when something bad happens to them is to put blame on that person or that thing and react right away.
He was
So we
pointing
need
the finger.
to, yes. So I feel like we need to look at our habits and how we react to things in a fast way. Take a step back and start getting into the habit of analyzing, looking at, asking yourself why you think you should react in this way. And in a way, kind of look at your past. I think that we need to live in the now, but in order to live in the now, we need to look at what we've been through, yeah. And really look at reacting to things and how our past may be affecting that, if it's a negative thing.
Right. We need to understand what we have been through. In order to change an action and the way that we react to certain things and our thought process, our thought patterns, we have to acknowledge the things that we've been through. Because the first step to therapy or breaking out of any kind of trauma or addiction is admitting that you have the addiction or admitting that you have the problem.
Or even the habits.
Right? What happened after the matter? Will Smith is now talking about, okay, this is the reason why I did this. I reacted out of my traumas. I'm overprotective. Okay? So now he's looking at self. At first, when he smacked Chris Rock, he was blaming Chris Rock. He's like, you did this to me, you know? But really, it was just him. Will Smith was doing this to himself. He self-sabotaged his own self. Chris Rock is the one who responded properly in the moment because he got smacked. And what did he do? He didn't give him back the same fire. You don't fight fire with fire. You know? They say if it was an eye for an eye, the whole world would be blind. You know? So Chris Rock, when he got smacked, he didn't smack Will back. You know? Because then they both would look bad. But right now, Chris Rock looks like the great guy. He didn't even do anything. He really just said a joke, right? And then he got smacked, and then he laughed it off afterwards.
That's what he's going to get back to him.
Right?
He's going to get back that same... He no longer needs to be tested by the universe. There's still going to be a situation where he's getting tested, but it may not be that exact situation. That also happened to him for a reason. Mm-hmm. That Will is a reflection of him. So, in a way, he was probably able to analyze the situation and figure out the way that he wanted to react to get that same energy back.
Yes. He reacted with no anger, no hate, right? So he didn't get that back from the universe. People aren't hating Chris Rock. People aren't mad at him, you know? There's people that's mad at Will, they're mad at him because he put that anger out into the universe. So you only get back what you put out. Life is nothing more than an input-output system because life is a mirror.
It's also infinite. So with a mirror, if you put two mirrors together, or not together, but facing each other, you see an infinite. It doesn't end. I mean, if I perceive everything, the mirrors facing each other would never end. Mm-hmm. And that's just what...
It's fractal.
Mm-hmm.
Fractal like a motherfucker. But yeah, hey, why not reflections? Y'all need to get out the comments. Hey, but I love y'all because y'all me. But y'all tripping. Anyway. Yeah. That's a download, y'all. If y'all have any questions or whatever, y'all let me know. Hey, but why not? People, y'all think y'all about to troll, y'all about to get blocked. All of y'all. Because y'all just trolls. We're here to build, you know? Not here to troll. We're not here for that.
I don't think that there's, with that situation, the why not situation, there is no bad blood. I personally have never said anything that would be wrong. I don't think Adam has. I love myself. There's no hate. I don't know. This is just it's just a situation that doesn't need to be a situation, pretty much.
No, it's not a situation. You know what I do with my demons? I ignore them. The best thing to do with people that really want to suck energy from you, you just ignore them. You block them out of your life. That's all you have to do. You know, people like them, you know, you just block them out. Because now we're just gonna live in our divinity, in our truth, in our pureness, and put out our positive vibrations. You know, that's how it works. You don't have to put negative energy out into your own universe. Because any negative energy you put out, you're putting it out into your own universe.
You're gonna get it back.
Everything is you. Life
we
is
just
a mirror.
talked about that too.
Y'all looking at us right now, you're looking into a mirror. If you call us lame, you're calling yourself lame. Imagine looking into a mirror and calling your own self lame. That's what you're doing. Anyways, that's how life works. And I'm trying to help y'all. Because y'all are still me, even though y'all are living in your lower self mentality. Alright?
But you tell me to cut my hair. We didn't tell anybody to cut their hair.
No, I did. I told her to cut her hair because she had red dye in her hair.
Oh,
because when you have red dye in your hair, you're stripping the melanin out of your hair. Melanin in your hair, my hair is black because black comes when you mix all colors in the frequency together. All colors together make black, right? Black is actually the greatest color you can have. It's the highest frequency color you can have. So for you to dye your hair red, that means that you don't understand that you have the greatest hair on the planet already. This black hair right here is the greatest hair on the planet. To dye it red is to say that I don't know myself and I don't love myself because you're burning the melanin and the nerve endings in your own hair. That's why I told you that. I told you that out of love. So you're just confused. The reason I told you that is because I want you to have your true hair in your head, your true naps, right? The coils, so that you can amplify your own frequency and live a more high vibrational life. That's why I told you that, okay? You misunderstood what I said. Anything that comes out of my mouth is only to heal you, to raise your vibration, raise your frequency up. I can never hate you because you're me, you're my reflection. So you can keep sending negative energy, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna alchemize it because I'm a master alchemizer and give you positive energy and give you love because I love you. That's how life works. Once you get to that stage, that's when you reach the Christ consciousness in its full degree. Because Christ, when he was getting stoned, what did he do? He still kept giving love. Because that's the only thing that matters. Nothing matters more than love. Nothing matters. Nothing matters more than love. I can tell that y'all really hurt. That's why y'all just blowing up with the comments. I'm not reading none of them right now. But I'm going to block y'all for a little bit, give y'all a timeout, and I might unblock y'all later. Alright? Because I love y'all. You know, I put all this knowledge out daily for y'all. This is knowledge that's going to help you. It's knowledge of self. There's nothing greater than knowledge of self. So, peace to the gods. I love myself. Y'all have a great night.